Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to look at the new year. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the 10th year of the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, and my new book, Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muda ni Suru no wa Yamimashou. And all of my books are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is itadakimasu. Very, very crucial phrase in Japan. Japan is a very polite country. Before people start eating, they say the word itadakimasu. It means I will now begin to eat. But it has a whole range of deep meanings around politeness, formality, deference, how you are entertained as a guest, how you are polite, even in the family. At home, we say itadakimasu. It's a type of, I guess, a leftover from agrarian culture where, people grew the food they ate and they were thankful for the food and showing respect for the farmers who created the food and respect for the efforts that went in to be able to afford the food and show appreciation for having good food. So, key word. So every time before you're about to have a meal, eat in Japan, just say itadakimasu, 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 and you will be considered a very polite person. This is episode number 497, and we talk about the New Year blues in Japan. The calendar year represents the start of a new year for many businesses. Others will be looking at April 1st for their financial year start. Nevertheless, everyone will be facing the change of year period, and it is always a great time for reflection. The holidays should be fully occupied with family responsibilities or pure downtime to rest and recharge. Take some time when you get back to the office to start reflecting on the coming year. Are we where we need to be in the business? Is this thought depressing? We all enter year 3 of COVID hell. Runaway war-inspired energy shortages and inflation are now rampant globally. It is hard to be optimistic in many industries. Certainly my industry, the training business, hasn't seen any daylight in the long, hard night as yet. As leaders, it is a good thing to step away from the daily grind of the business and spend some time thinking. Usually, most of our thinking time is very immediate, responding to problems and crises. The melee of daily battle is not the best time to think about the big picture. The new year is a key opportunity to work on our business and not just work in the business. By this stage, the business plans for the next calendar year or the April start of the fiscal year will have been completed or pretty much advanced. Here are some additional things to contemplate. Is our why strong enough? The rationale for our existence as a business has the obvious outcomes of revenues produced and shareholder value provided. Are we doing better than that, though? The intrinsic value of the work will differ from individual to individual, so we probably will never get it perfectly right. Directionally, though, are we satisfied that we have the team all focused on the same goals and coordinated in their understanding of the rationale for that direction? As we get swept up in the busyness of day after day, we can get separated from our cause, our mission. We will have referred to the why at some point for sure, but did it permeate the minds of the team? Is everyone interpreting the why in a similar way? How regularly do we bring this topic up? Once a year is definitely not going to be enough, so the start of the year is a good chance to remind us all of the bigger picture here. In our company's case, we go through the vision, mission, values every single day with our daily Dale morning meeting. By rotation, one of the team will take the lead and go through the process. These days, we do it online rather than physically in the office, but we kept it going, COVID or otherwise, because it is important to remind us of what we are doing here. Is it enough? Frankly, no. One of the problems with doing something like this every day is we all go into semi-automatic mode and the words don't always fully penetrate. As the leader, I need to top it up with a regular exploration of the why behind the words to stimulate everyone's thinking. What is your cadence to bring up the why for attention? Do we have the right people on the right bus and in the right seats? Find out more. We come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also are doing custom in-house programs. We do them in both Japanese and English. We do them in our super safe classroom and live online. On the 3rd of February, 13th of February and 25th of February, we'll be doing our Dale Carnegie course, our flagship program. Unique course. Very unique course. This is very nuanced program. I mean, this program has been around for, well, more than 100 years. No course on the planet can last 100 years. No course on the planet can last 100 years and be taught in 35 languages. No course on the planet can last 100 years, be taught in 35 languages, and be taught all around the world and keep relevancy every year. This course does that because it addresses human relations skills, communication skills, right? Our presentation skills. It addresses our stress management skills. It addresses our confidence building, mindset changing skills. It goes to the core of who we are in a way that is done very, very, very smartly and cleverly. Gradually, for the most part, unless we're doing a 3-day immersion program. But it's an amazing program. You know, it's very hard to describe it because it's sort of firing on all cylinders in different areas at the same time. Most common comment I get on graduates from this course is, this course changed my life. That's a big, big statement, isn't it? But it's true, and I can see why they say that. It's a phenomenal program. If you get a chance to do it, do it. Another big favourite of mine on the 6th of February is High Impact Presentations. Love this one too. This one, main modules in 2 days. They come in on day 1, they go out on day 2, totally transformed. Unbelievable. Their confidence is there, their skills are there. They know how to design, they know how to handle questions and answers. They know how to deal with those Q&A questions, particularly the ones that are actually thinly disguised missiles attacking you. They know how to deal with different structures they're going to need in presentations. They know how to use all the mechanics of presenting. They know how to be authentic. They know how to work an audience. It's a phenomenal program. On the 13th of February, we're doing leadership training for managers. This is leadership in a box. Everything you need is in that box. Everything. Very, very good leadership program, this one. 14th of February, winning with relationship selling. Sales has got some mechanical aspects to it, but fundamentally, it's do they trust us? Do the buyers feel we have their best interests at heart? Are they sufficiently convinced that we know what we're talking about and what we're suggesting is going to work and produce the results thereafter? So much trust in sales. This program delivers you as a trusted advisor. And the big takeaway from this program is you are not seeking a sale. We're not teaching you that at all. We're teaching you how to get the reorder, because that is the real objective in sales. Go to our website at www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. That's www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Lots and lots of value there for you. To do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching video, then we have nearly 2,000 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Welcome back. Do we have the right people on the right bus and in the right seats? Our options in Japan are rapidly closing out regarding quality of staff. They just aren't making enough Japanese anymore. And so the population decline is creating a zero-sum game of recruiting and retaining staff. The difficulties in recruiting new staff means that we have to be able to keep existing staff even if they are not the right people on the right bus or in the right seat. Do we need to move some people around to create some new positions to better use their talents? In the old days, we would simply fire them and replace them with new people. But that path is fraught today. Do we need to spend more time training some of the crew who are not producing at the level we need? Do we need to hire at a lower talent level, train them well, and create more support systems so that the real stars in the firm can outperform? If a low performer goes from increasing revenues from 500,000 yen a month to 1 million yen a month, that looks like a really good result. However, if a top performer can go from 5 million a month to 6 million, the overall result is at scale and much more significant. How can we help that top performer hit the high notes of production? What about my ongoing professional education? Ask yourself, what did I do to improve my professional abilities as a leader last year? If the answer is, I worked really hard, then count that as a failing grade. Everyone can work hard over long hours, so that is not a tremendous differentiator. What is the quality of your thinking? How is the depth of your strategy for the business? How well could you anticipate trouble and head off for the pass? What were the new initiatives you introduced and how did they fare? Did you stray out of your comfort zone and push yourself to grow as a professional? Often, we are the impediment to progress because we are not good enough. We've been too busy to study, to train, to read, to listen, to challenge ourselves in new perspectives. How many insights did we achieve in the last year? How many new initiatives did we introduce? How much experimentation did we try? Were we driving for more speed and leading the charge in that regard? What do you need to change up for this next year? Carve out some time for yourself at the start of the new year. It is easy to get swept back up in the whirlwind of the everyday demands of the business, but resist that temptation. Give yourself a chance to reflect, think, imagine, and plan. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.